Uh, Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In last video, we are discussed about the variables uh, in Python, how to use variables, what is the naming structure of the variables, how to use multiple variables in a single line and in multiple lines. Okay, so in this video, we'll be mostly talk about data types and understand what are the different data types are available in Python and how these data types helps us in day-to-day activity. Okay, so let's begin with the data types. Okay, so we'll start with the data types. Okay, see in Python, basically we have a different data types. Again, based on how what kind of a data we are going to store in that particular variable or data. Okay, so in this data types, basically we have a string, we have a integers, we have a float, we have Boolean, we have a list, tuple, dictionary, and set. Okay, so these are all the different data types what are available in Python. Okay, so now let's understand what is string. Okay, okay. So what is string? So string is nothing but it, it is the data type where we are going to save text. Okay, so it stores text in it. Okay, so example. So if you remember in a variable, so we are assigning some name is equal to SDET. So this is a text. So place, we'll say Bengaluru. Okay, so this is also text. So when I'm going to print this, okay, print name, comma, place. Okay. So if I print this, so what it says, SDET Bangalore. Okay. So now if I want to understand what kind of a data type it carries, right? So to check that, what I do, I'll print type of name. Okay. So what I'm trying to do here is, so I saved some text inside the data type that is in my variable name, and now I printed that what is the data it's going to show when I print something. So now what I'm doing is I'm trying to understand what kind of a type is this. Type means again it's a data type. Okay. So I'll try to print this. So if you see, it is saying class is string. It means the data type what it is holding is string type. Okay. Yes. So now we'll go to integer. Okay. So what is integer? Basically, integer again, it integer is nothing but like it's a variable where it stores whole number. Okay. These are all whole numbers. Okay. So when I say whole number, let's assume day OB. Okay. Basically, date of birth. So when I say instead of saying date of birth, I will say date of year. Okay. Basically, I just consider year. So when I say, so let's assume 2000. Okay. Then I will say age equals to 30. Okay. So what I'm doing is, what is like age? It's a 30. Year is nothing but some 2000. Okay. Now I'm going to print age and year. Okay. So if I print this, what it says? Again, it says 30 and 200. Now I'll try to get the data type of that. Print type of age. Okay, so if I run this, so what it says, it's a int. Okay, similarly we have a float. Basically it is a decimal number. Okay, so it holds decimal number. Okay, again will just mention height. Basically height is 5.6. Okay, and let's assume price 999.99. Okay, so if I print height and price, then I print type of height. Okay, so it says it's a float. Okay, so now I will go to Boolean. What is Boolean? Okay, Boolean is nothing but it represents, basically it says true or false. Okay, so when we use this kind of a Boolean function, okay, when we are checking for whether some apple color is red or not. Okay, so when I say apple is red, if it is true, it will be either true or false, right? So normally apple will be red color, so always it will be true, right? So this in this kind of a conditions we are going to use the Boolean. Okay, so to say that, let's assume in our IT or in your office, so you will have a system. Okay, you will use a laptop. So in that laptop, normally everyone will not have a admin access, right? So what I do, I will say, are you admin? Okay. So when I say I'm admin, no. Okay. Are you a user? Okay. So then I will say yes. Okay. So what I'm saying, I'm a user, I'm not an admin. Okay. So in this case, what I'm going to do, I'll just print these things same, and I will print the type of admin. Okay. So what it says, so it says it's a bool value. Okay. So now we'll go to the next data type. It's a list. So list is nothing but it's array of data. Okay, when I say array of data, it contains multiple datas. Okay, array of data or multiple values, in single line. Okay, multiple values, it contains multiple values and can be, and we can modify this. Okay, so what does it means? It means I will say colors. Okay, colors, we have red, blue, and I'll just example white. Okay, so what I did is I created three different colors in one data type, and I'm going to print colors. Okay, so also okay, so when I print this, so I'm going to get all these three values, whatever I defined inside that, I will be printed. Okay. So as it is a list, there is a option also how to access this data types, this list data type. Okay. So when I say how to access this individual data means we'll have a indexing. Okay. So in Python for a list, we have a indexing. So each list will start with 0, index 0, then index 1, index 2. Okay, so if you see this, I have a three data inside my list. and each value defines single index. If I want to get the red, so what I do, print colors of 0. Okay. So this one will print the color of red. Okay. So now if I want to get only white, then what I do, colors of 2. Okay. So now I will run this. You can see here when I print this 0 with the index colors, the 0 index, it will give me red. And when I print color with index value 2, it gives me white. Okay. So this is how we are going to define. Again, we can check the uh, type of uh, colors. So if I see this, it will say list. So if I want to print type of color 0, so it will say string, right? Okay. So now we understand like what is list. Now we'll go to tuple. Okay. Tuple. So what is tuple? Okay. Tuple is nothing but it's a similar to list. Okay. Similar to list, but we cannot modify the data. Okay. So what does it mean? Right. So in list we can add, we can delete, we can update, or I can replace this red with some other value. So that part we're going to discuss in upcoming videos because it's a big concept in for Python. As we're discussing bit of a data types. So for now, to understand what is list, what is tuple, so this is enough, and we'll see it in deep dive into list and other parts. Okay. Okay. So how you're going to call? Okay. So I'll just take some numbers. Is equal to. So the tuple will be defined with open braces. I mean, this kind of a braces. So we mentioned 10, 20. So I'll just print. Sorry, type of numbers. So it will say tuple. Okay. So now we have dictionary. What is dictionary? Okay. So dictionary is nothing but basically it stores the data in key value pair. What does it mean? Okay. So it means like we'll have a key, one key, and we'll have a pair. Okay. Let's assume student data. Okay. I will just give an example of student data. Okay. See, dictionary will be defined in flower brackets, open and closed flower brackets. Okay. So here what I do, I will have a student. When I say student, you will have a name. Okay. Let's say Sachin. Okay. Then, so as is a student, so we'll say, so normally we, okay. So as is a student, we'll say is studying some class. So with some age, I will mention age as the 20. Okay. Uh, then class. Okay. I will mention some 12. Okay. Then we say city. City. Bengaluru. Okay. So this is my dictionary, right? Okay. So, so now what I do, if I want to print student name, right? So when I say if I want to print student name, how I'm going to print? print student data of student data. So name. Okay. So I am taking name. Name is my key. If I want to print Sachin, I have to take this key, right? So when I'm accessing dictionary, I will take student data and name so that it will print me Sachin. So let's run this. Okay. Sorry. So basically, as we are using dictionary, it should be colon, not equal. Okay. Yeah. So it says now I'm able to print Sachin. If I want to print class, what is this class? So it's a 12th. Okay. So we understood dictionary. Now the last data type is set. Okay. So what is set? So basically it stores unique value, unique value. What does it mean? Okay. So normally in list we can save multiple common values. Like if I'm adding apple, I can add in 0th index. If I'm adding apple in 10th index also, I can add apple. So there is no limit for that. But in set, if you're adding common values like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 to something, it will not have save all the values. If something is unique, then only it is going to save. Okay. So how we are going to call this? Okay. So numbers is equal to, okay. So this is my uh, set. So if I'm going to print type of that of numbers, if you see this, it will say set. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, I'll just add 3 here again. Okay. And I'm going to print numbers. If I do that, what happens? It's print 1, 2, 3, 4. But if you see in reality, we have added 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. 3 means repetitive value. So instead of adding repetitive value, it will keep only unique value. Okay. So this is all the different data types what we have in Python. Hope you guys understood. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you for watching.